Welcome back, everyone. Quick update for today. Bitcoin seeming to deceive people. I go on Twitter this morning. I wake up, go on Twitter, and a lot of people are super bullish yet again. And when you start to look at the chart and you start to digest the price action that's going on, maybe we can find an answer to what's going on. And to be fair, guys, I've said multiple times, I believe we're going to go down even further. We've tapped this upward resistance line 3 times now, and each time we have dropped. The common theme throughout all of this has been bearish price action. We can see the volume candles are going down ultimately each time we get bought up, and again, on this last move, volume going down is price going up. This is textbook bearish price action. There is nothing on this chart to get excited over. I know that there are different accounts, different Twitter accounts, different people. They're going to say, oh, we've moved 20%. Oh, we're about to break out. Oh, we're never going to get to $38,000 ever again. Guys, these are the same people that said it at 52. They said it at 45 and 46. And now they're saying it again at 38. Guys, the answers are in the charts. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, and let's look for answers or at least invalidation points before we continue moving on. Looking even further, MACD still in the bearish territory, still honestly just consolidating. To be fair, this whole move just looks like consolidation for another move down. RSI, no signs of divergence, no true signs of trend exhaustion or reversal yet. Although I saw that someone had pointed out we could be breaking an RSI trend. Although I think breaking the trend is probably a good thing if you're bullish, I don't think it's a true sign of exhaustion just yet. I think it's the first sign of divergence in RSI. I think the next leg down will give us our first point of divergence. Where would this leg down be? In my opinion, anywhere between 35 and 30K. Ultimately, I think 30K is the bottom for this potential downward move. I think we will go lower later throughout this bear market cycle. But overall, 30K as a bottom point for a nice reversal or nice little upward swing, get some recovery in there, and then continue more to the downside. We know that bear markets are very, very slow and painful. So don't get too excited if we do have an upward move. There's usually 6 to 8 per year in each bear market, so anywhere between 10 and 15 large upward swings before we continue with the next bull cycle. Moving forward here, for those of you that don't know, I'm pretty good friends with Inspo Crypto. He posts Netflow charts and data every single day. For those of you that may not know what Netflow means, this is basically inflow and outflows throughout various exchanges. Yesterday alone, there was over 40,000 Bitcoin inflowed to Binance. So what does this mean? So first of all, when Bitcoin leaves cold storage or wallets and goes to exchanges, generally this means that there is going to be selling. We also know that there's bearish price action and we're approaching our resistance level yet again. Each time we approached that resistance level or that diagonal downward trend line, we saw a dump. We saw inflows that really caused the dump. So, just another reason to not be overly bullish right now. I mean, inflows are rising at rapid rates. We know that redistribution is very much in the cards. No true signs of trend reversal yet. So I'd be very, very careful if you're looking to long here. And to be frank, I'd be very careful if you're looking to short here because they're also trying to scam wick everybody. They're throwing wicks above resistance for a couple minutes just to liquidate or stop out short positions and then continue to the downside. This is part of the reason why I like to swing trade. I don't like to look at these minor levels. I like to look at macro levels and look at macro trend exhaustion to see and determine what's going to happen when trend will flip. But ultimately, we're seeing more reasons that indicate a dump is definitely on the horizon. And moving forward, the stock market showing signs of possible recovery. Although recovery is great, I still am on the page that this is just a recovery bounce. I think that we've confirmed a double top on the S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones, and we're currently just retesting that neckline. We know that usually patterns and prior support resistances get back tested in order for continuation. So if we're in a downtrend, which it seems like we're starting to form the beginning stages of a downtrend, we should see a back test of this double top and then continue lower. We successfully bounced off the 50 weekly moving average. I think it's going to take more than one tap to break the 50 weekly on the S&P 500. I would hope that we don't just lose it right away. Moving on, the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ closed below its 50 weekly moving average about 2 weeks ago, and it looks like we're getting a nice little recovery bounce just to retest the 50. Again, back testing prior support, which is now new resistance, being the 50 weekly moving average, is perfectly normal in a downtrend. And lastly, the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones, we had said that there is a confirmed double top. Although we are back above the 50 weekly, we're still in this resistance neckline area of the double top. This is something you'd want to see if you're short. You'd want to see this back test until we invalidate about 364 and break this possible double top, ultimately continuing higher. It's still looking like a reversal point. We also know that the fundamental statement right now is leaning towards possible recession. And during Bitcoin's whole lifetime, the stock market has been in a bull market. We have never seen a stock market recession with cryptocurrency. So what does this mean for Bitcoin? Well, this means a couple of things. One, it will show us how Bitcoin and cryptocurrency perform during stock market and economic recession. So basically, will these be assets that we should hold long term? Are they a hedge if things crash? Do they hold their value? And number two, how much will Bitcoin drop initially? We know that everything drops at the beginning of a recession, even gold, silver, guns, anything that holds value drops immensely early, most likely because no one can buy anything. Supply goes through the roof and demand goes very low. But how will these things recover? And if Bitcoin drops between 17 and 20,000, I think the recovery would be rather quickly, especially if it's within a year, because we'd get something similar to the COVID crash, right? You would have this economic recession, this recess period, where Bitcoin will drop anywhere between 50 and 60% from where we are now. I believe that there will be buying along the way, as all of you know that I am very, very bullish on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in general. I believe that it will be bought all along the dip and accumulated at dollar cost averaged, especially by a lot of companies that didn't get to buy before the 20K levels. I think it would be scooped up very quickly, and especially heading into our next halving period, which would be around 2024. So guys, you know my standpoint. I don't believe anything's changed. I think we're just retesting a downward resistance line that's acted as resistance for about 80 to 90 days now. With that said, I don't believe that this is the structure that we need in order to break these large resistances at 41, 45, and 52,000. We don't have a bullish reversal pattern. We don't have bullish price action. The sentiment across the globe is pretty ugly, especially with the stock market and possible economic recession. And with all that said, guys, just be careful. Make sure you guys are using risk management, especially if you're shorting here. We know that they are scam wicking the absolute crap out of everybody. I mean, just take a look at this. These large impulse waves up, then back down, then back up, back down, and now it seems like we're going back up. Not that I wouldn't trust this upward move, but we've seen it everywhere. They are scam wicking everyone. They're trying to liquidate everyone. And frankly, they know that the volume is going to decrease, especially if we go into economic recession. They know that less people are going to trade, take risks, so they're trying to scoop as much money as they can from all of these liquidation fees and stop fees. So before we close out the video today, just wanted to brush up on something. I've been talking a lot about my trading classes. The reason for that being is the Patreon billing cycle resets today, so you will not be double billed if you sign up today or basically throughout February. The trading classes are a great place to learn how to become an independent trader. We have about 40 students, another 4 to 5 people signed up today. So if you're interested, the full details are in Discord below. Feel free to DM me with any questions. I've also provided a less expensive option for people. It is known as the Trading Chart Analysis Program. You can check that out in Discord too. DM me with any questions. And with all that said, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. You'd get alerts and notifications when I live stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as well as the daily updates on Tuesday, Thursday. Please be patient, use risk management, and good luck trading.